Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
We are live from the Varsity Media Sports Network. This is John Baccio on the call for the 13 and under Nassau County Youth Football League Championship. We have the matchup of the century between Farmingdale and East Islip, the Hawks versus the Redmen. And what a game this is shaping up to be. The Redmen, the 2 seed, the Hawks, the 1 seed. And these two squads are just both so good. They've both had such incredible seasons. And let me run you down Farmingdale. I mean, it's just been such a great year so far. Before we get into that, we are going to be getting into the Farmingdale Hawks records. I mean, they went 6-0-1 in the regular season. They won their only game that they had to win to get here. And a ride it has been. Week 1, they come out with a 34-13 win over Broad Channel. Week 2, a 6-6 tie against Mastic Beach is setting up for the kick. Will be Farmingdale. That's number 45, Quelly Warren, on the kick. And in the regular season, this was a good matchup for Farmingdale. A 26-0 win over East Islip in week 4 of the regular season. We are off and running. East Islip keep it in bounds. On the tap, it was Breo Quendo to keep that one in. And we are off and running. A fresh 10 on the clock and 4 quarters to go here at Mitchell Field Complex for the NCYFL 13U Championship. Let's take you through the Farmingdale defense. Rather, let's get you to the East Islip versus Farmingdale 13 offense. Before, at quarterback, for the East Islip offense, you've got Marco Quinones. Big number 11. You've also got on the offensive line, you've got the tackle Logan Hanratty. You've got the tackle on the other side, Makoa Jablonski, Ryan Mead in the middle. Jack Williamson and Alex Adames are your guards. Here's the snap. Quinones trying to get through trouble. He gets sacked. First play of the game, and Patrick Vado is already in there. Patrick Vado, I mean, what a season it's been for him. But let's take you through the rest of the Farmingdale offense. The Farmingdale defense. The defensive line, you've got Michael Bolello on the left edge, Jackson Koch and Quelly Warren in the middle, William Stonewall on the right side. Your linebacker crew, you got Thomas Frost and Franklin Corba Hall, along with your secondary of Pat Vito, Braden Lyons, Aiden Squidieri, and Lucas Galvez. Empty backfield. The run to the far side. Open space. And a good job by the East Islip offense. That was Parker Redding on the ball in a Wildcat formation, the captain. And I mean, Parker Redding, he's just been an absolute standout all year. He excels at any position on the field. Super physical, great student, a coach on the field. And I mean, he knows the defenses by himself. He calls them out well for his offense, and he's just been an absolute weapon. The running back for the O and the linebacker on D. Redding lines up as the QB again. He's got two receivers to the far side, man in motion. Redding up the middle, spins out of tackles, and the Farmingdale D-line meets him. Bolello, Koch, Warren, and Wall all there to make the stop.
Walker Redding with the carry.
It is now 4th down for the East Islip Redmen, and here's the replay. Redding
With the tackle.
tries spinning out, and Franklin Corbahall gets downhill to make the tackle. A great job by him. On the punt will be Bray Oquendo. In only his second year a starting receiver, the punt is high, not deep, but it does take some very generous bounces all the way to the 40-yard line as it's stopped by East Islip. That was Will Gonzalez on the stop. And now the Farmingdale Hawks offense is off and running. Let's take a look at that Farmingdale offense. For today, the quarterback, Michael Licata. Licata, this season, 71% completion, 30 of 42 passes for 312 yards and 5 touchdowns. Mikey Licata, an absolute stud, and he's got Patrick Vido in his backfield. Along with Vido, he's got Lucas Galvez, his receivers, Aiden Squidieri, and the tight end, Michael Bolello. That's a run to the far side. It's Vido. Vido places a stiff arm down. And he's got open grass for a touchdown. Patrick Vido, first offensive play of the game. He's got 552 rushing yards on the year and make it 6-0. Touchdown Hawks. Patrick Vido broke his middle school record in the 55-meter dash, and you could see the burst right here from 40 yards out. Cuts it to the far side, and it's just too easy. But the biggest part of that play is his blockers in front. Quelly Warren, the O-lineman, and alongside Anthony DeMeglio, Ivan Bosk, William Wall, and Braden Lyons, all out there to give Vido room to run as he's done all season. Here's the kick. Braden Lyons, no good. The Hawks take an early 6-0 lead, and we want to remind you that highlight tapes are now part of the Varsity Media channel. Reach out to jeff@varsitymedia.net for your individual highlight video, and you could relive your athlete's season like Patrick Vido probably does want to for this year. I mean, a 552-yard rushing season isn't too shabby to get put on a Varsity Media highlight tape with all the best editing effects and music. And if you want, contact Varsity Media today and save 10% on your purchase. Cutting it over, the East Islip defense, which we didn't get to cover on that one. You've got Parker Redding, Will Gonzalez, Daniel Olson as your linebacker crew, and your D lineman Evan Gordon, Makoa Jablonski, Ben Briscoe, Nick DiTomaso, Griffin Alfala, and more. You also got the DBs, Lucas Frazier, Ty Strychalski, and the lone strong safety, Carl Davis. I mean, this East Islip defense, they're a very good squad, and they're very offensive-oriented, but that doesn't mean that you should count out their defense. They've been incredible all year. Bobble on the kick. East Islip picks it up. It's Parker Redding. Redding cuts it to the outside. He's got open field. Only man to beat is Vidot, but the Farmingdale defense, rather the special teams unit, tracks back and makes the tackle. Aiden Squidieri was all over it.
35-yard return.
A 35-yard return for Parker Redding, and here's the replay. The kick up, and Redding, he doesn't bobble these many times, but right here, although he does, he gets right back up and running. He beats one man, cuts it to the far side, and look at the blocks out in front from Lions. Vidot can't make the tackle, but right there behind him was Lucas Galvez to get the tackle from behind on Redding. East Islip with a short field. What can they do with it, though? Handoff up the middle. And the Farmingdale defensive line meets them at the line of scrimmage. Decent run right there. 7 minutes on the clock left in the first quarter. Farmingdale have jumped out to an early 6-0 lead after the Patrick Vidot 30-yarder to the crib. Rather, 40-yarder. Farmingdale with 3 in the backfield. It's handed off up the middle. I believe that was the fullback, Will Gonzalez, and it was. On the tackle, you had the likes of William Wall, and as he's called by his teammates, the Stone Wall.
William Gonzalez with the carry.
I mean, he is just a brick that you got to run through on that D-line, and that's going to be the run-stopping force for East Islip all day. You see big number 99 right there, Jack Williamson, the basher up front. He's got great instincts, picks up blitzes. He's a great leader at the left guard spot for this East Islip squad. Another run up the middle, and Redding gets met. Rather, it was Carl Davis in the backfield taking the handoff. Carl Davis voted the most improved player on the team.
Stopped by Jackson.
I mean, this guy can play anywhere. He's speedy, plays with a ton of physicality, and he can go up and make nice catches. East Islip in the regular season, team went 4-2. Their only losses coming to Farmingdale. So it'll be a tough matchup today. The first matchup between those two teams was a 26-0 loss for East Islip as Carl Davis gets a nice run to the outside. That was the first matchup, a 26-0 win for Farmingdale. Their second matchup was in Week 7, the week before playoffs. That was a 29-12 win for Farmingdale. Here's the run again from Davis. Braden Lyons, a huge cut stick tackle on the far side.
12 on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Michael Licata meets up with his coach on the sideline. East Islip have a third down on the 28-yard line. Excuse me, Farmingdale just got a turnover on downs on that last play, so they get the ball right back. That's why Licata was back in the game, because he's playing quarterback again. Mikey Licata hands it off to Patrick Vidot. Vidot spins out but can't stay on his feet. That's about a gain of 8 for Patrick Vidot. Teammates call him the Worm. And let's take another look at that one again. 40 carries on the year, 552 yards. I mean, this guy, that's an 8-yard rush right there. How about this one? That's below average for Patrick Vidot. He's averaging nearly 14 yards a carry and 11 touchdowns he's got on the season. I mean, this guy, he's efficient, he's fast, he's physical, he's got it all. Vido gets it again up the middle, splits defenders, gets a first down, and much more. He's down at the 45-yard line. I mean, Patrick Vido, he makes it look effortless. Let's take another look. Vido gets the snap, and a big thing that you're going to notice are his blockers. Pretty good blocking from the squad right there. And he just gets up and out in front and gets themselves a first down with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Farmingdale a 6-0 lead. Handoff Vido again. Nowhere to go on that one, though. Good tackle by the East Islip defensive line, led by the likes of Evan Gordon and Nakoa Jablonski. Let's talk a little bit about Jablonski. I mean, he just disrupts offenses, creates havoc on every single play. Guy's an absolute game changer. He's a captain, the emotional leader of the team, and he only started playing in 2019. He's proved himself as that game changer that we talk about him to be. The snap, the handoff, it's Vido again, the near side. He beats the defender, and it's easy cruising to the end zone. Patrick Vido, what more could you ask of him? The burst of speed. And I mean, this guy, he's got all of it. Broke his middle school record in the 55-meter dash. He's a track runner. And I mean, he's a track star. You can see it right here. It looks natural. Hard cut to the outside. Makes the defender miss. And Vido, the grass that he sees matches the uni. 12-0. Farmingdale jump out to an early 2-possession lead. Here's the kick. Bobbled snap. Vido has to fall on it. Rather, that's Braden Lyons, who is not able to convert the PAT after the awkward snap. 12-0, the Farmingdale Hawks lead. And just another reminder, if you would like your individual highlight video, contact Jeff at varsitymedia.net. I mean, Patrick Vido, he's already got 2 today. And those 2 can easily get put in a highlight tape right this second. He's put Farmingdale up 12-0, and that's already almost half of what they had last time around against Farmingdale. So another reminder, Jeff at varsitymedia.net. If you want your individual highlight video, contact Jeff today to save 10% on your purchase. Circling back, however, Patrick Vido, I mean, the guy's an absolute stud. Nothing else to be said. Along with even his carries, he's got 13 receptions for 160 yards, along with a receiving touchdown. On the kick, it's Franklin Carbajal. Carbajal, the low roller. Does it go 10 yards? Because Farmingdale did pick it up. Flags do fly. That one's going to be on the Hawks. East Islip's going to get the ball back at about the 40. And I mean, we are just off to an incredible start here for the 13U Nassau County Youth Football League Championship. With 3:18 to go here in the first quarter.
No penalty on the play.
They're going to say no penalty on the play, but it will be East Islip's ball, although they did not pick it up. It'll be first down from about the 48-yard line of Farmingdale. It will be spotted on the 48, and East Islip's offense is going to get to work.
At the Farmingdale 48.
And the East Islip offense, led by quarterback Marco Quinones, the captain. He's been a star for the team since he was 5. He's one of the original superstars on this squad. He's been QB most of the year. Only time he steps out is when Parker Redding is playing quarterback like he is right now. Redding gets stuffed and he fumbles. Farmingdale's got it. The Hawks have yet another possession. What a play from the Farmingdale D-line, and let's take another look. Redding looked for his options on the near side, and the stone wall was there, along with Quelly Warren. The Farmingdale defense is just too strong. K-Dub with NFL dreams. He wants to play for the Giants when he gets older. But, I mean, his post-Giants plan, he wants to be a chef and own his own restaurant. I mean, that's pretty exciting. They will give it back to East Islip after a flag on Farmingdale. Quinones tosses it over for the running back Gonzalez. He's got it for a gain of 5. Rather, that was Carl Davis, the speedy tight end receiver. 12-0 is the score. East Islip gets gifted their possession back. But, I mean, that was an incredible play by Quelly Warren and William Wall. This slight stoppage in play gives us a little bit more time to talk about the stone wall. I mean, he's a guy very humble, loves hanging out with his friends, playing sports, riding his bike, and spending time with his family. I mean, what a guy he is. Quinones, the pitch to Redding. Redding jukes out himself. And Braden Lyons, along with Patrick Vidot, are there to make the tackle. Redding didn't know where he wanted to go with that one. He had a good block on the near side, but he couldn't exactly take it there in time. Let's show it to you again. Quinones, the pitch to Redding. Carl Davis was out to block, but he just couldn't get past Vidot. He tries cutting it inside, and a good team tackle from Farmingdale. That was Patrick Vidot, Tice McClune. And Braden Lyons laying down the hammer. Here's the punt from East Islip. That one's rolling all the way to the 35-yard line, and Farmingdale's going to have a long field to work with. Minute left in the first quarter. Let's just see what Farmingdale can do. Can they make it 3 possessions on their third possession of the game? We've already seen 2 breakout runs from Patrick Vidot. But how else could Farmingdale get at East Islip? Again, a minute left here in this first quarter, and the offensive unit gets out going. Michael Licata at the helm. He goes under center, the center being Ivan Bosk. Licata guiding the offense. He's got Anthony DeMeglio to his side, who's played football since he was 6. The handoff right up the middle. That's Lucas Galvez. He's on the outside, still going. And he gets pushed out of bounds on his feet. Lucas Galvez, a huge run. And that's just a great play call by Farmingdale right there. I mean, you've got 2 men in the backfield. You've got 2 running backs for a reason. Let's take another look at it. Vidot is the man all the way back. And the fullback dive straight up the middle for Lucas Galvez. Sunshine, as called by his teammates. He's been playing with the Hawks since he was 5 years old. His favorite player is Jamar Chase, and he shows off the speed right there. Galvez on the season, 9 carries, 37 yards. He's been a great, great player for this team. Up the middle, it's Vidot again. Vidot with a burst of speed, breaks it to the outside. No one's in front of him. How are they going to stop him? Patrick Vidot is going nuclear as the clock winds down in the first quarter. It's 18-0 for the Farmingdale Hawks. Touchdown, Farmingdale. And that will do it here for the first quarter. Let's take another look. Vidot breaks off a tackle, and no one's getting to him. He's just too fast for everybody. And that's a difficult player to stop for any team. I mean, this guy could fit into a high school football scene right now. Leiden's on the kick. It's up. No good. Tough break for the Hawks. Scores 18-0. And that'll do it for the first quarter here from Varsity Media. I'm John Bocchio with the Varsity Media Sports Network. We'll see you back for the second.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Now that the season is ending, it's time to order a college recruiting video from Varsity Media. Our video will help save...
Back for the second quarter. The kickoff from Farmingdale. Placed down at the 43-yard line. That was big man number 98 for the East Islip Redmen. Excuse me, that was number 99, Jack Williamson, placing it down.
First and 10 to East Islip on their own 43.
Williamson, the starting right guard for the Redmen, as now they look to restart on offense. A tough defensive possession. I mean, Patrick Vito is a difficult guy to stop. Let's see what East Islip can do here. Redding tries the run up the middle, and he's met immediately by Bolello. Yeah, East Islip, they've just had a tough outing today. This Farmingdale defensive line is difficult to stop. Thomas Frost also in on the effort right there. Salvatore Esposito subs in for Frost. And these guys are they're difficult to block, and they're difficult to break tackles off of. Redding in the QB position again. He's got two receivers to the near side. Carl Davis lining up on the line, and a wide receiver on the left. Redding looks left, looks right, chucks it up. Nearly intercepted. Intended receiver was Evan Gordon, the tight end coach's son downfield. And Evan Gordon, he's been a great player for the East Islip Redmen this year, the captain. You know, he's a simple kid, but he leads by example. And here it is again, nearly picked off by Lucas Galvez. He had it in his hands, just couldn't bring it down. But Evan Gordon again, he's got great hands. He's a great blocker. And he's their leading receiver as a tight end. Under 9 minutes to play here in the half. Redding again in the gun. He looks to the left side. Throws it up for Davis. Just short. Good coverage right there by the Farmingdale defense. That was Aiden Squidieri. They're covering Carl Davis. Squidieri, the varsity wrestler, as an 8th grader. That's pretty impressive. I mean, this guy just dedicates his life to sports. He's on 2 lacrosse teams, 2 wrestling teams, plays basketball, and he plays football for both school and the Hawks. I mean, this guy, what are you going to do to stop him? He's just incredible, a great athlete all over the place in coverage. Reading again, the QB. 6-man O-line set. And East Islip is going to call a timeout here. 18-0 is the score. This is John Baccio on the call. We'll see you back after the small break.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights.
Back after the break, East Islip on offense. Farmingdale looking to defend their 18-0 lead. Parker Redding in the gun. 1 receiver to the left, 2 tight ends on the right side, as well as 2 receivers. Redding looks over the middle of the field. Incomplete. Really, really good coverage right there by Tice McClune, who says no to Redding.
Pass intended for Liam Gonzalez.
And let's take another look. It was right in the hands of the receiver. Redding delivered a nice ball over the middle. Just could not be completed. It looks like it was a little bit of a miscommunication, in fact, between Will Gonzalez and Evan Gordon on who was catching that. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Farmingdale offense, this scary Hawks offense, is going to get the ball back. And that's not what East Islip wants to see with 8:48 on the clock until half. Licata. Vidot in the backfield. 3 receiver stack on the right. It's handed off. Rather, instead of Vidot, it was Aiden Squidieri, but he gets met immediately. Should be a loss of a few on that play, but what a play by the East Islip defense. Makoa Jablonski and Ben Briscoe getting in the backfield. Let's see it again.
East Islip.
A really, really nice play
Coaches in the box.
by the East Islip
Security guys
defense.
will be on the track.
They force the fumble. But Farmingdale is going to be getting the ball back, I believe. Rather, I am just wrong. East Islip's offense is back out on the field. I thought that got recovered by Farmingdale, but East Islip pounced on it. Their offense is going to get another try at it as they turn it over on downs, but their defense makes a huge play to get it back. Nick DiTomaso fell on it, and I mean, he's such a great D lineman. He's the comic relief of this team, but he really gets it done. Handoff up the middle. Farmingdale says no. That might be a loss even. Rather, they'll call it no gain, no loss. Again, scores 18-0 with 8:10 on the clock. East Islip have to score on this drive if they want to stay in it before the second half. I know it may seem early in the game, but you never know what can happen. If East Islip scores now, they can totally turn the tides. Quinones under center. He pitches it over. That's Davis. Davis gets met by multiple Farmingdale defenders. I mean, it was when IL John Baptiste Jr. You've also got Michael Bolello in there. And Quelly Warren all ready to make the tackle. Let's take another look. Jean Baptiste makes the tackle. Bolello to accompany. And now Reading trots back on the field. That play was a loss of 2. It is 3rd down. One receiver on the right, 2 on the left. Reading looks to the left side. It's Davis. Davis tries shifting through defenders. He gets a good gain, but it's just not enough for a first down. Carl Davis, the super speedy wide receiver, plays with tons of physicality. Makes a good catch right there as Reading gets one of his first completions of the day. See right here, Reading takes the snap. A bullet to the right side for Davis, who catches in stride and gets into the middle. Good effort defensively by the likes of Braden Lyons. Fourth down. Reading looks right, throws right over the middle. For Carl Davis, no flag is thrown even though they all want it. The Redmen are not happy, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Farmingdale offense is right back on the field. A huge turn of events. As East Islip, they had the ball, they fumbled, they got the ball back after another fumble, and now they turn it over. Cannot convert on 4th down. And the East Islip sideline is not too pleased. .5:49 on the clock, left in the half. Handoff. It's Squidieri to the right side. He's still moving. He gets past the East Islip defenders. And on the right side sideline, he makes this 4 possessions. Aiden Squidieri gets his 12th carry of the year and takes it 50 yards to the house. Let's get another look at that one. The handoff, Squidieri right up the middle, and look at those blocks. Lyons and Vidal out in front. And you can't make his life much easier. Ivan Boss getting in the mix as well, and Vidal was with him the whole way downfield. Easy does it. As Farmingdale are now going to attempt a 2-point conversion after yet another touchdown. Licata rolls out right, throws right, Vidal easy enough for the 2-point conversion. Patrick Vidal, a really nice play to get out and give Licata an easy option. That makes it 26-0 here at Mitchell Field Complex. Let's get one more look at it. Licata athletically rolls out, and Patrick Vidal with a nice route to the outside. We'll take a short break, but before our short break, we want to remind you with the individual highlight video from Varsity Media. Email Jeff at varsitymedia.net, and you can get your own highlight to review your season with all the coolest editing, effects, and music possible. Contact Varsity Media today to save 10% on your purchase of an insane highlight video that could get used in so many ways. I mean, not only could you review it for yourself, I mean, eventually you might be able to send it to a college or two, But really what I think I would use it for if I was still in middle school, 100% I'm showing that to all my friends. I mean, who wouldn't want to flaunt on their peers with a nice Varsity Media highlight video looking real professional? Here's the kickoff. Flag is down.
Flag on the play. On the kick.
That'll be a false start on Farmingdale. That one's going to get taken back. Seems as if they'll be kicking it off again. Yeah, they're going to be kicking it off again from a further spot. Now they'll spot it on the 35-yard line. And I mean, Farmingdale today, what a game they've had. They get the 1-point conversion as well to make it 25-0. Here's the kick again, a low roller to about the 46 or 7-yard line. And East Islip's offense gets right back at it. You know, it's just been a rough day. Not only is Farmingdale's defense just that good, but East Islip's offense, they're just not able to move the chains right now. And that's not necessarily a product of them not playing great. I mean, all these guys on this team are absolutely stellar. It's just that the Farmingdale defense is really coming up and making plays. And at Mitchell Field, with 5 minutes and 27 seconds before halftime, Farmingdale is in the driver's seat. Again, 25-0 is the score. East Islip talking it over before this drive. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quinones under center. He fakes the handoff, goes up the middle. And the defensive line of Farmingdale had none of it. A huge play by Lucas Galvez to get in the mix, as well as Jackson Koch and Quelly Warren, the men in the middle. Jackson Koch, I mean, this guy, the 2021 Hawks most improved player. And, you know, he's had some fun experiences, let's just say. One time he ate wasabi thinking it was guac. As you can imagine, that probably didn't end well. But Koch, that's one of the experiences that he loves to talk about because, you know, it's just something funny. And there's another huge play by William Wall. He gets the stop up the middle. Billy Stonewall. He's just a great teenage guy. He's on the high honor roll at his school. And he's having a monstrous day. To get him back to Jackson Koch, I mean, another thing that he wanted as his additional information, this guy's a pretty good Fortnite player, I must say. He's level 89 with 103 career wins. I think that might even be more than me. I can't lie. Pretty impressive stat line. He's a great player both on and off the field. Another run up the middle by East Islip. Farmingdale just cannot be stopped.
Carl Davies with the carry. Stopped by
Carl Davis was the man on the carry. But there is just nowhere to go. And that'll be a timeout for East Islip. They're going to talk this one over before the upcoming 4th and 11. We'll take a short break before coming back for 4th down. This is John Baccio with the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos.
We're back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 4th and 11 for East Islip. Down 25. They got to get this offense moving. Fake handoff. Quinones rolls out right now. Has to go to the other side. Everybody in the backfield, and he's sacked. Farmingdale, I mean, what a play by the three men you see on the left side of your screen. Billy Wall, Michael Bolello, and the rest of the squad. Quinones to the left side. Oh, there's Bolello. Now to the middle. Oh, there's Franklin Carbajal. And now you try getting right back up, but there's Billy Wall. There's almost nothing you could do against these guys. The Hawks are just all over the Red Men. They're the 1 seed for a reason, and they're 2-0 in the regular season against East Islip for a reason. Licata under center. He's got 2 in the backfield. He hands it off to Galvez. Galvez up the middle. Tumbles over for 3. And the wind has stayed constant here at Mitchell Field. This clock winding down 2 minutes and 50 seconds and ticking. The Hawks looking to strike before half. Ivan Bosk, the center. He's got Quelly Warren to his left side. The handoff. Vido up the middle. Vido still running. Rather, that's Tice McClune. McClune breaks off 1 tackle. Keeps the legs churning for an extra yard. This Farmingdale offense has been absolutely electric today. Almost nothing you could do to stop these guys. And it's not like their defense is lackluster either. I mean, they've been incredible this year. The snap, Licata takes it to the right side himself. Licata still moving, a great open field tackle.
Michael Licata with the carry. Stopped by B.J. Scandal.
The stop was made by B.J. Scandal. And I mean, he's a great player. He's got great speed, good hands. And you know, he loves to be the prankster, but he knows when he's got to be serious. He comes up from the corner position right there and just lays down the hammer. Really nice play right there from PJ Scandal. He's actually got 5 sisters. One of them is all of them being track stars. One of them at the University of Delaware for track. Licata under center. You got McClune and Aiden Squitieri in the backfield. Fake pitch. Licata gets trampled. The East Islip defensive line had none of that fake. And now there's an injury on the field. A really nice play by Makoa Jablonski to get in the backfield. We'll take a second for this injury This is John Baccio with the Varsity Media Sports Network. The Hawks with a 25-0 lead, 13 to go in the half.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, side...
All right, so quick note. The clock does keep on running, and that'll do it for the first half of action. Farmingdale, a 25-0 lead over the East Islip Redmen. That'll do it here. I'm John Baccio with the Varsity Media Sports Network. We'll see you in the second half.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Hi, I'm Gene Sterator, CBS Rules Analyst and longtime sports official. For the adults watching this video, you grew up in a world where officials, umpires, and referees for youth sports took their place regularly and reliably ahead of game time. Today, unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to fill those jobs. Videos showing abusive treatment of officials multiply on social media. And there have been consequences for the dreadful behavior of players, fans, and coaches. Massive shortages of officials now lead to games being canceled, and the positive effects of athletic competition are at critical risk for this generation and those to come. I'm hoping we all can begin to see youth competition through a different lens. Today, mistreatment of officials has become normalized, and we are facing an abnormal future where no officials to hire means no games on the schedule.
Any call, any decision, any human effect on wins and losses has become subject to not just withering criticism, but physical threats. There's a vicious cycle at work. Fans chase away officials, and there is a smaller pool to draw from, which makes it harder to get quality, well-trained people in position. The entire game suffers.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines? This sort of verbal abuse and threatening behavior takes a toll on all officials and makes them leave the game altogether.
Did you know, from 2018 to 2022, an estimated 50,000 high school referees, roughly 20%, have quit. Half of the remaining referee population is at least 50 years old, but young officials are rarely staying more than 3 years in the job.
If the number of officials working contests in all sports doesn't begin to increase, there won't be enough officials to work the games. That means schedules will get cut, teams or even sports might get canceled. In many states, this is already happening.
Remember that officials are invested in what they do. Many officials have regular, full-time jobs, and they're sacrificing time away from their families. Try to demonstrate empathy. Put yourself in their position. Think how you would feel about getting yelled at throughout your workday.
Yelling and arguing with officials sends the wrong message to young players. According to Play by the Rules Sports Advocacy, It teaches them that it's not okay to make a mistake. They can blame others for their actions. They can disrespect authority figures. And it's okay to be rude and selfish.
You know, officials enforce rules, keep competitions fair, and make player safety a priority, allowing youth sports to be a valuable arena for growth. If we can all just work together and be more empathetic to not just the officials, but everyone else in youth and high school sports, we can then preserve what many of us have embraced about athletics. And you and I know the benefits of sports, right? Let's spread that gratitude and be proud of what we can build and not blind to how it's being torn down. Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
So what happens now? Your response in the heat of the moment is the only thing you totally control, and we have an experiment for you to try. Simply stated, just cheer for your child or the team you're there to support. Move that desire to lash out to a different place and encourage without rage. Your child's sporting memory should be about how you helped inspire and not about how you caused embarrassment.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Now that the season is ending, it's time to order a college recruiting video from Varsity Media. Our video will help save you thousands of dollars in college tuition and land a spot on the team. Our videos include a bio section, editing effects to help you stand out on the field, music, and a digital link to send to college coaches. And if you act today, we are offering 15% off when you mention this ad, good through Thanksgiving. Contact Varsity Media today at 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCASTs.
That's complete. First down and more. Touchdown, Oceanside.
Photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. High school football fans, Varsity Media is bringing exciting, exclusive content to you for the 2022 season. Introducing the Varsity Media Pass, available on iOS and Android. Accessible all season long, the Varsity Media Pass features game highlights, weekly podcasts,
a clash of styles, out in Setauket. We love those differing styles, right?
top 10 plays of the week, player interviews, and so much more. Head to varsitymediapass.com to download the app and start enjoying content only Varsity Media can bring.
Cool. Thank you.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. High school football fans, Varsity Media is bringing exciting, exclusive content to you for the 2022 season. Introducing the Varsity Media Pass, available on iOS and Android. Accessible all season long, the Varsity Media Pass features game highlights, weekly podcasts,
a clash of styles, out in Setauket. We love those differing styles, right?
top 10 plays of the week, player interviews, and so much more. Head to varsitymediapass.com to download the app and start enjoying content only Varsity Media can bring.
We are back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I'm John Baccio on the call. Farmingdale command a 25-point lead here in the 13-year-old game. Let's take a look at the schedule today. The 9 a.m. game with the 8-year-olds, Massapequa, came out on top over the Garden City Thunder. Then the 9-year-old game at 10:15, Belmore won that one over Massapequa. For the 10-year-olds at 12, East Rockaway came away with a win. Then you fast forward to 1:45 with the 11-year-olds. Massapequa got themselves a win, and they go back-to-back against the Lynbrook Titans. In the 12-year-old game, Massapequa represented in all 5 Division I championships, and they won 3 out of the 5. I mean, this program is just so dominant. They're so good. And right now, we've got Farmingdale, East Islip ahead of us. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the individual highlight video. We've seen a ton of action today, and a ton of highlight plays have been made. So if you want that individual highlight video, all you have to do, reach out to Jeff at varsitymedia.net. Relive your athlete's season. His or her best plays of the year, editing, music, effects. Just contact Varsity Media today to save 10% on your purchase. I mean, the individual highlight video is one of the best things that the Varsity Media Sports Network has to offer, and I bet the likes of Patrick Vidot are going to want one after today. Farmingdale warming up on the near side, 25-0 is their lead. And I mean, it's been one heck of a game for the Hawks. As for the Redmen, the defense has been there. Farmingdale's offense is just very good. And as for East Islip's offense, it's there. It's just that Farmingdale's defense has been so very good. There's nothing these guys can do without Farmingdale getting some stops. And right here, a fresh 10 minutes on the clock to start off the last half of Varsity Media's all-day Nassau County Youth Football Championship affairs. I mean, Varsity Media's been here since the 9 a.m. games. And we're still here right now at 6:52. And it has been one heck of a day for the Nassau County Youth Football League. The Farmingdale Hawks looking to get set on the kick. It'll be Bray Oquendo. Oquendo only in his second year of playing. A good athlete with some great upside. He can run, he can catch, and he can kick. Right there, the kickoff fielded at the 33. Vidot's got it. Ball is jarred loose. East Islip, can they pick it up? Let's see what happens. Looks like William Gonzalez was in the mix. Which way do they point? We're going with Farmingdale. Here's the replay. What a hit by William Gonzalez to punch the ball out. But Farmingdale does come up with it. A tough break for the East Islip Redmen, as now the Farmingdale offense gets back to work. The Hawks up 25 with 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in the third. Licata under center. He fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right side, throws open deep, but the ball bounces. East Islip had all eyes on the run. Let's take another look at that one. What a play it was from Farmingdale, and here's the replay. Licata gets the snap, fakes the handoff, and everybody's got eyes on it. He rolls out, and if that's just a bit further, that is a wide open touchdown for Aiden Squidieri. But East Islip catches a break. They get the bounce of the ball, because that could have been scary hours for the Redmen. The snap, the fake handoff again. Licata looks to the near side, but it's dropped by Bolello. It's cold out there. His hands are bitter. And that's just a tough break for Michael Bolello. Let's get another look at this one. Same play. Licata tries the shorter route, but Bolello just can't keep his hands on it. But he's been a great player this year. Bolello, 5 receptions on the season, 32 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's tell you a little bit about him. He enjoys playing some PlayStation. His favorite foods, loves some pepperoni pizza and a good steak with french fries. Underline that good. It's got to be a good steak. And he wants to go to college at Florida State University, the Seminoles. Vidot receives the snap. Fakes one way, goes the other. He's still on his feet. He's moving up the middle. Breaks off multiple tackles. And he's breaking into the end zone. Patrick Vidot cannot be stopped. He makes it 31-0. And what a play by Patrick Vidot. What more can you ask of him? Let's get another look. Vidot fakes one way, gets his blockers upfield, and breaks off 2 defenders. He's got open space, and he takes it to the crib. There's no way to stop this guy. That's his 3rd touchdown today. However, does look like this play is going to get stopped and brought back. Not exactly sure what the call was there, because I didn't see a flag on the field, and the far side referee had the touchdown symbol up. So unfortunately, we are unable to report on what the reason for that play getting called back was. I thought that was 100% a touchdown, so the score stays at 25-0. Vidot and Galvez in the backfield. It's a pitch to Vidot. He's got far side blocking. And what a block by 21 Michael Bolello to get Vidot in open space. He's taken down at the 50. Let's see that one again. What a play by Michael Bolello. And here's the replay. You'll see it as soon as the snap is received. The pitch. And 21 Bolello lays down the block and sets the path for Vidot to shine. Now on the 50-yard line, the Farmingdale Hawks have half the field to go. Vidot receives the snap. In the Wildcat, he's got it on the near side. Out in front, breaks another tackle, and he didn't get it the first time. He gets it now. Vidot makes it 31-0, but this one's getting called back again. There was a holding on the offensive line, and that is just a rough time for Farmingdale. Vidot gets 2 touchdowns taken away from him because of a holding. Stays at 25-0. Let's get another look. Vidot makes it through. And that's just rough. But look at that play from Patrick Vidot. A burst of speed puts him out in front. And he makes a huge play. It's just a shame that it gets called back. 7:50 and counting on the clock left here in the third quarter of the 13U NCYFL Championship. Licata with 2 in the backfield. Handoff, Vidot again. Vidot tries cutting it up. But he's taken down right at his legs.
Nice McLean with the carry.
Excuse me, that was Tice McClune on the run right there, and you'll see it here. McClune gets blockers. Braden Lyons. The tackle comes inside to pave the way for Tice McClune upfield. He's been getting a ton of touches at that running back position, and he's back in the game right now. Licata under center. He's got Galvez and McClune. Rolls out to the right side. He's got Bolello again. Bolello catches it this time. Puts down a defender with a truck, and he's still moving forward. Finally taken out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Michael Bolello with a big reception right there for 18 yards. And let's take another look. Good rollout. The throw, a dime. Bolello trucks the defender. And that is good play from the defensive man right there. That was number 16, Lucas Frazier. Really nice play from him to grab onto that leg and never let go. He gets the tackle. .548 and counting. Farmingdale with a 25-point lead. Licata puts Vidot in motion. Fakes the handoff both ways. Throws over the middle, but it's behind the receiver. That was Winail Jean-Baptiste there as the intended receiver. Jean-Baptiste on the season, 3 receptions, 37 yards. His nickname is Beast Mode. Very cool, down-to-earth kid. Plays lacrosse and basketball. Just can't get the reception right there. Farmingdale going to come back to the ball. Now coming out in a similar formation to their last, except the field is reversed and only one man put in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, none to the far. Fake handoff, Licata on the keeper. Licata still got it on the far side. He tries cutting it inside, but a really nice open field tackle by Daniel Olson. Olson, one of the toughest kids on this squad, pound for pound. He can do it all on the field. He's the last line of defense for this East Islip team, and he proves it right there. Licata cuts through after a nice block was tossed by Lucas Galvez, and Daniel Olson takes him down right at about the 25-yard line. Excuse me, that's closer to the 20. Farmingdale is going to have a 1st and 10 on the 22. Licata takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, hands it off to Galvez. Galvez is off and running on the near side. And he's into the end zone. Make it 31-0. Hawks. And let's see that one again. A huge play from Lucas Galvez on the handoff. He gets his 2nd of the game. And here's the replay. Licata with Galvez as his fullback. Hands it off and no one saw it coming. He jukes out the defender. Gets to the outside and no one's catching that man. Quick burst of speed and sunshine's out of there. Here for the 2-point attempt. The snap, Vidot, Licata. The throw intercepted. That one's called dead. Licata tried getting it over to Braden Lyons, but that ball just a bit short, and it was intercepted. A really, really nice defensive play from East Islip right there. And here it is again. Licata throws it over to Braden Lyons. And that's just a very solid defensive play by East Islip. Well, that's been almost the whole third quarter. That's half of it through. Here from the Varsity Media Sports Network, I'm John Baccio. We'll take a quick break until kickoff.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
We're back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. East Islip spotted at the 28-yard line after Brayo Quendo dove on the ball on the kickoff. Here's the snap. And the run to the far side. The man still going. Finally taken down is Carl Davis. Davis breaks out for a huge run. About a 12-yarder to spot them on the 40-yard line, and here it is again. The snap straight to Carl Davis. Blockers out in front. And a really nice block specifically from number 20 on East Islip. Unfortunately, don't have his name. Another handoff again. That one's to Will Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a nice play right there. Bulldozes forward for about 3 yards. Clock ticking, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And then it's 1 10-minute stint left to the promised land for the Farmingdale Hawks. Barring an East Islip comeback, which is never out of the works. Quinones, handoff to Gonzalez. Nice sleight of hand right there from Marco Quinones, the captain. And Will Gonzalez gives them a 4th and 2. Marco Quinones plays split end when Parker Redding plays quarterback. He's just a really physical runner and a great team player, one of the original superstars on this East Islip squad. Quinones back under center. The handoff right up the middle. It's Gonzalez again bulldozing forward. And he is just an absolute tank taking on the contact. East Islip now at the 45. East Islip talking it over. The Farmingdale Hawks up 31 with 1:18 left here in the third quarter. They've just been playing lights out today. And here's the handoff again to the far side. It's Davis who muscles through for a few yards. Tice McClune with a really nice open field tackle.
Stop by Michael Borgia.
And here's that play again. Quinones, handoff to Davis. Davis cuts it to the far side, and McClune says no. He just ragdolls him on that play. 35 seconds and counting until this quarter is all wrapped up. And we have one more to go here on Championship Sunday. The handoff right up the middle. An open space there is. Still running. And he is in for the touchdown. PJ Scandal. A beautiful run right there from the 40 to the end zone. PJ Scandal finds his blocking and makes it happen. Here it is again. What a block set by the big boys up front. And Scandal had all the room in the world. Tice McClune with a last-ditch effort, but it just wasn't enough. Scandal's got some incredible speed on him. He's a really good corner. And his sisters are track stars. He's got some great speed himself. And he makes this game 31-6 now. The first East Islip Redmond to score in the championship. Here's the 2-point attempt. Will Gonzalez alongside Marco Quinones in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right side. Hefty O-line set. Quinones runs to the far side. Cuts it inside. And he's stopped. Winael Jean-Baptiste Jr. with a really nice play to hold on to Quinones and stop the Redmen from getting any extra points. Here's the play again. Quinones to the far side. Jean-Baptiste holds on. And the finishers come in. William Wall with a nice play to finish that one off. That's it for the third quarter. We'll come back for the fourth. This is John Baccio with the Varsity Media Sports Network. The Hawks in front.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. High school football fans, Varsity Media is bringing exciting, exclusive content to you for the 2022 season. Introducing the Varsity Media Pass, available on iOS and Android. Accessible all season long, the Varsity Media Pass features game highlights, weekly podcasts,
a clash of styles, out in Setauket. We love those differing styles, right?
top 10 plays of the week, player interviews, and so much more. Head to varsitymediapass.com to download the app and start enjoying content only Varsity Media can bring.
Back for fourth quarter action. Farmingdale gets it started quick, and they're spotted at the 35-yard line when Jean-Baptiste Jr. refuses to let go. Farmingdale looking to hold on to this lead. It's now a running clock here in this fourth quarter. The Farmingdale Hawks 31-6 lead over the East Islip Redmen. Their other games with them this season have been electric. The Hawks won their first matchup in Week 4 against the Redmen 26-0. And then in Week 7, the week before the playoffs, they won it 29-12. Farmingdale then rolled up to their next matchup against Baldwin. They won it 33-7, getting themselves here. And they're looking to top their point total from last time. Licata hands off up the middle. It's Quelly Warren. Warren with a head of steam, bodies off a defender. He's still moving. Warren will not be stopped. No one can take him down. It takes 4 defenders to finally get the stop. Nearly a 70-yard run for Quelly Warren. The big boy up front gets the handoff. And what a play it was. Let's get another look. Big number 45. Downfield, it takes 3 to take him down. Quelly Warren, K-Dub, moves the pile. He's not spotted in the backfield again, however. Instead, this time it's Thomas Frost. Frost gets the handoff. He's moving now. And that's a pretty solid gain of about 4. Now checking into the game is Jackson Koch, who you can see right there on your screen. Koch is going to be coming in for Thomas Frost. Who knows, maybe Koch is getting the carry this time around. Farmingdale really spreading the wealth right here in this fourth quarter. And I mean, that first play with Quelly Warren clearly worked out pretty well. Two-man backfield. Koch and Galvez. One receiver, it's Squidieri to the left. They hand it off to Koch. Koch is still moving up front. And that'll be a gain of about 3. He makes it a 3rd and 5. Excuse me, a 3rd and 4. East Islip going to talk this one over. They bring in Michael Borgia. You can see him with the hoodie, talking it over with Michael Licata. Maybe he's the number one option on this play. Licata even gets the talk from Galvez. They hand it off. And a good run from Michael Borgia right there. He's taken down by a slew of East Islip defenders. That's the only way that you get Michael Borgia down. He comes off the field, a really nice run right there. Even gives a high five to his coach. 6 minutes on the clock here. 31-6 is the score. Licata on 4th down. He's got Wall in the backfield. They're just mixing around all the D linemen. Licata hands off to Wall. Wall is met immediately. A really nice play by the defensive line of East Islip. That was number 44, Justin Sturrock. Sturrock, a physical kid. Didn't play for a couple years, but now comes back to help out and get ready for high school football. Guy plays with a ton of heart, easy to coach. Even Justin Sturrock's brother was the captain of the varsity team this year. Sturrock, a really good player, and makes a really nice tackle right there. So Farmingdale flips over to defense. East Islip talking it over. With 4:47 and counting on the clock. That's how much time Farmingdale has left until they are Nassau County champions. Possibly. Handoff up the middle. And a good play by the defensive line. On the run, it was Zach Mezapesa. He's a guy that is just so fast. I mean, speed kills. And he's worked on holding on to the ball this year. He shows it off right there. He's able to hold on to it after taking a lot of pressure from the Farmingdale defensive line. Under 4 minutes now remaining. Quinones under center. The pitch to the outside. Carl Davis still moving. And he gets taken down eventually by Tice McClune. McClune has just been all over the place today. Tackling. Offense, defense, whatever you ask of the guy, he is there. And here's that one again. Quinones with blockers. Nice block tossed right there from Will Gonzalez as well on the left side, but Tice McClune, I should say first, Carl Davis doesn't go that way, and Tice McClune reads the play immediately, gets downhill and makes the tackle. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. 3rd down. The handoff. Up the gut. That might be just enough for 1st down yardage. As Carl Davis with a nice physical run right there, and it is. He gets a 1st down as this clock keeps ticking. Farmingdale looking to lock it down in these last 2 minutes and 30 seconds and secure the chip. There's the handoff. Up the middle again. Believe that's Will Gonzalez on the carry. Excuse me, that's PJ Scandal on that one. Scandal able to lay a big hit on defense and on offense. He's so fast. He finds gaps really easily. Just a very, very solid player for East Islip. There's the fullback dive for Gonzalez. Gonzalez still on his feet, gets past the 45, and he just keeps chunking yardage away. However, Farmingdale keeps chipping away at this potential championship right here with 1:35 to go. It has been all Hawks from the jump. 31-6 with 1:20 to go. Handoff again, it's Scandal. Scandal gets met. Under a minute to go. Farmingdale that much closer to taking home the chip. Three in the backfield. Quinones takes the snap. Handoff Gonzalez. Gonzalez to the far side. He gets past defenders. Not just pushed out of bounds yet. And a last-ditch tackle. Really nicely made by Franklin Carbajal. And it looks like that might just top this game off. The clock stops with 27 seconds to go. It is a timeout from East Islip. And we have only 27 seconds left until Farmingdale has got this one all wrapped up. Quinones. The pitch. Scandal to the far side. Farmingdale trying to rip him down. Looks like it might have been a strip. Will Ivan Boss get the fumble? They say it's going Farmingdale's way. East Islip called the timeout. One ref signaled Farmingdale's direction. You can see it right here. The ball does get stripped, and Ivan Boss comes up with it before anything happens. So that probably should be Farmingdale's ball, with only 10 seconds to go. This game is unfortunately over. Farmingdale, I mean, what an effort they've put in today as they get ready for their championship celebration. This might just be the last play of the game if the Redmen aren't to use their last timeout. East Islip talking it over in the huddle. Looking to end the season strong. Only 8 yards to glory. It is still possible to get a touchdown before this game is over. Quinones with 3 in the backfield. 7 men on the O-line. The pass, far side, caught. Evan Gordon ends the game. And that's the way you end the season. The clock hits 0. Farmingdale win the championship. East Islip put up a valiant effort. 31-12 is the final score as the clock hits all zeros. What a game it was. Farmingdale wins the 13 and under Nassau County Youth Football League Championship. A roster filled with talent. And they take it home. That does it. Here from Mitchell Athletic Complex. A roster striving for greatness, and they get it done. East Islip put up a really nice performance, but it just wasn't enough. Again, 31-10 is the final score from the final game on Championship Sunday for the Nassau County Youth Football League. This is John Baccio here, and before we cut it, if you would like to get your individual highlight, email jeff@varsitymedia.net and relive your athlete's season, his or her best plays of the year, editing effects and music, the rest. Contact Varsity Media today to save 10% on your highlight tape. What a way to end the season. That'll do it here from Mitchell Athletic Complex. This is John Baccio on play-by-play. I want to say thank you to our cameraman and our technical producer, Abraham Nieves Jr. Thank you all for an incredible day. This has been a Varsity Media production.